everybody, Miss Barrington here with my trusty helper,
Silly Maisie Frog.
Silly Maisie. And today we are going to begin learning about something new this week. And to figure out what we're going to be learning about this week, we have a special clue to listen to. Okay, Maisie, let's listen to our clue and figure out what it is we're going to be learning about today. Get your listening ears ready. What is that sound? What is it?
I thought it made a froggy.
It's a frog! We're going to be learning about frogs today! So now that we've figured out the clue and we realize that we are going to be learning all about frogs, let's get started. As you know, we've been learning all about transformation. Last week, we took a closer look at butterflies and the way that they transformed from caterpillars into butterflies. What a transformation that was. Today, we're going to take a closer look at frogs, who also have a very amazing transformation. Much like butterflies began their journey, frogs also begin their journey as an egg. Frogs lay many eggs at once, and it may take them 6 to 20 days for their eggs to hatch. Take a look at these eggs. Have you ever seen any kind of eggs like that before?
No.
Once the eggs hatch, they turn into tadpoles, which are almost fish-like beings. They're very fragile and they tend to hide into grasses until they are strong enough to grow. As the tadpole grows, it starts to sprout little tiny legs and their body begins to elongate. They are slowly starting to look like a frog. Now the tadpole is starting to become a froglet as it starts getting front and back legs, and that long tail is starting to become a little stub of a tail. Soon the froglet will begin leaving the water, and then he finally turns into a frog.
Let's review the life cycle. First, eggs. Then, tadpole. Next, tadpole with legs. Then, froglet. And finally, frog.
Now that we've learned about the life cycle of a frog and how it changes from a tadpole to a froglet and then eventually into a frog, now we're going to learn a little bit more about frogs and how they live and how they survive. Where do frogs live?
Frogs can live all over the world, but they prefer to live near ponds, rivers, or marshes.
What do frogs eat?
Frogs mostly eat insects like flies, crickets, and sometimes even worms.
Who are a frog's predators? That means who eats frogs?
Some of a frog's predators are certain birds, snakes, and bats.
Let's think about it. How did the frog change throughout its life cycle? That's right. It changed from a tadpole to a froglet and then eventually into a frog. Tell me about some of the changes that the frog's body went through. Yeah, it started out with a long tail and no legs. And as it grew and grew, its tail got shorter and it grew some more legs. By the end of it, it had 4 legs and a short, tiny, almost no tail at all. If you would like to follow along with the life cycle of a frog, take a look at some of the attachments I put in for today.